Corrales, thank you. And speaking of weather, President Biden is touring Louisiana today to survey the damage left behind by Ida. His visit comes as investigators begin looking into the deaths of at least 4 nursing home residents who were taken to a makeshift shelter when the storm made landfall earlier this week. Meanwhile, the remnants of the storm have left more than 40 people dead across the Northeast. As Maria Villarreal shows us, the storm tore through towns big and small with floods and tornadoes, triggering hundreds of rescues.
Across the Northeast, first responders rescued people in danger from rising tides and powerful floods. In New Jersey, this police officer saved a man stuck in his submerged car. Boats went house to house in Delaware and Pennsylvania to save stranded residents. In Edgewater, Maryland, Eduardo Aguirre was pressure washing his roof Wednesday and had to hold onto a chimney as a tornado went by. I thought I was going to die, he said. In Louisiana, where Ida tore through as a Category 4 hurricane, an investigation is underway after several nursing home patients were relocated to a makeshift shelter at a warehouse and died.
Of course they should be held accountable. Everyone that was here that didn't help the people that needed help.
About those nursing home patients, we did reach out to the owner of the facility, Bob Dean, but he did not immediately respond or give us comment. But he did have a statement to our local CBS affiliate in Baton Rouge, WAFB, saying we only had 5 deaths within the 6 days. And normally with 850 people, you'll have a couple a day. So we did really good with taking care of our people. Across the state, recovery efforts are entering another day, and patience is wearing thin in areas like Killian, Louisiana.
They dropped off 1 pallet of water and 50 tarps.
How long did that last?
That lasted all of probably 2 hours.
While some plan to rely on the kindness of neighbors, Killian Police Chief Aaron Cormier says that's not enough.
If we don't get MREs, water, diapers, commodities, just anything to help these citizens, that it's going to be a very tough time.
With hundreds of thousands still without power and other critical supplies, the governor is urging everyone to remain calm. Mireya Villarreal, CBS News, New Orleans.
So you can see that devastation down there to our neighbors in the south of us. People dealing with the aftermath will likely be without power and water for weeks. All day long, THV-11 is partnering with the American Red Cross of Arkansas to give us all a chance to help. The Red Cross helps victims find things like food and shelter and offers support while they cope with this life-changing storm. If you'd like to donate to the Red Cross to aid in hurricane relief, you can text the word donate to 501-376-1111, or you can find the red donate button on the thv-11.com homepage. A somber reminder. That's how Governor Asa Hutchinson described COVID-19 deaths in Arkansas, surpassing 7,000 yesterday. 7,003 to be exact. 34 more deaths added to the total. 2,453 new cases reported over yesterday's time period. That's slightly lower than what we've seen over the last few days, but the state's total active cases is back up again, now more than 23,000. Some positive news. Hospitalizations and people using a ventilator have both dropped a little bit. 1,290 people battling the virus from a hospital bed, 355 of them currently on a ventilator. And as state leaders continue to push to get everyone vaccinations, we're now learning that more than 120,000 doses of the vaccine have gone to waste here in the state. Here's a breakdown of how those new numbers came about. We received this from the Department of Health. A majority, more than 80,000, are from open vials where not every dose was used inside. The second biggest loss is at almost 23,000 vaccines wasted, comes from expired doses. And the third biggest offender is doses put in syringes then not used. That's just more than 12,000. And despite those findings, our vaccination numbers are slowly going up every day. But there's been a recent age group health officials are focusing on. THV-11's Mercedes McKay shows us why they're urging teenagers to step up and get the shot.
With school in full swing and the Delta variant affecting some of the youngest, getting teenagers protected has never been more important.
It is notable the increase in cases within age group in minors, 18 and below.
That number, according to the health department's Dr. Joel Tumlinson, is increasingly making up a proportion of the total number of cases in the state.
Some of that is because 0 to 11 can't get vaccinated, but 12 to 18 can and have been able to since May. So we definitely want them to get vaccinated.
To try and make the vaccine as accessible for kids as they can be, districts are hosting clinics at schools and football games. Friday night, vaccines will be offered at the Prescott vs. Gurdon game, Osceola vs. Blytheville game, and Wynn vs. West Memphis game. PCSSD will be offering the shots at each of their 4 middle schools September 13th through the 17th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
If we can provide the opportunity for the parents to just have it done when they're already at school, just like your typical flu shot would be, then why not?
Jessica Duff with PCSSD says the district hopes now that more knowledge is out about the vaccine, there will be less hesitant students and parents.
The student vaccination rates at the clinics that we've held have not been as high as we'd want.
By having the clinic at the middle school, the district hopes it will solve any transportation issues families may have. It's the same reason Lakeside School District nurse Kelly Orr says they're hosting a vaccine clinic at their high school on Friday morning.
It's just easily available. They get to go back to class, don't get to miss class, and it takes the load off the parents as far as logistics.
Both Duff and Orr say with more kids protected, it means less possible cases and fewer chances for students having to quarantine.
That's a huge high point for us to be able to keep the kids in the classroom if they are vaccinated.
Just knowing that they have a little extra protection gives them a better just mental health, mental well-being.
Mercedes McKay, THV 11 News.